双语音标领航，注音阅读启蒙，叶兴阳有声读物。
Ghosts, A Domestic Tragedy in 3 Acts by Henrik Ibsen. Translated by R. Farquharson Sharp. Dramatis Personae. Mrs. Alving, a widow. Oswald Alving, her son. An artist. Manders, the pastor of the parish. Engstrand, a carpenter. Regina Engstrand, his daughter. In Mrs. Alving's service. The action takes place at Mrs. Alving's house on one of the larger fjords of western Norway. Ghosts. Act I. Scene. A large room looking upon a garden door in the left-hand wall. And 2 in the right. In the middle of the room, a round table with chairs set about it, and books, magazines, and newspapers upon it. In the foreground on the left, a window, by which is a small sofa with a work table in front of it. At the back the room opens into a conservatory rather smaller than the room. From the right-hand side of this, a door leads to the garden. Through the large panes of glass that form the outer wall of the conservatory, a gloomy fjord landscape can be discerned, half obscured by steady rain. Engstrand is standing close to the garden door. His left leg is slightly deformed, and he wears a boot with a clump of wood under the sole. Regina, with an empty garden syringe in her hand, is trying to prevent his coming in. Regina, below her breath. What is it you want? Stay where you are. The rain is dripping off you. Engstrand. God's good rain. My girl. Regina. The devil's own rain. That's what it is. Engstrand. Lord, how you talk. Regina. Takes a few limping steps forward. What I wanted to tell you is this. Regina. Don't clump about like that. Stupid. The young master is lying asleep upstairs. Engstrand. Asleep still? In the middle of the day? Regina. Well, it's no business of yours. Engstrand. I was out on a spree last night. Regina. I don't doubt it. Engstrand. Yes. We are poor weak mortals. My girl. Regina. We are indeed. Engstrand. And the temptations of the world are manifold, you know, but for all that, here I was at my work at 5:30 this morning. Regina. Yes. Yes. But make yourself scarce now. I am not going to stand here as if I had a rendezvous with you. Engstrand. As if you had a what? Regina. I am not going to have anyone find you here. So now you know. And you can go. Engstrand, coming a few steps nearer. Not a bit of it. Not before we have had a little chat. This afternoon I shall have finished my job down at the schoolhouse. And I shall be off home to town by tonight's boat. Regina mutters. Pleasant journey to you. Engstrand. Thanks. My girl. Tomorrow is the opening of the orphanage. And I expect there will be a fine kick up here and plenty of good strong drink. Don't you know? And no one shall say of Jacob Engstrand that he can't hold off when temptation comes in his way. Regina. Oh. Engstrand. Yes. Because there will be a lot of fine folk here tomorrow. Parson Manders is expected from town. 2. Regina. What's more? He's coming today. Engstrand. There you are. And I'm going to be precious careful. He doesn't have anything to say against me. Do you see? Regina. Oh. That's your game. Is it? Engstrand. What do you mean? Regina, with a significant look at him. What is it you want to humbug Mr. Manders out of this time? Engstrand. S.H. Are you crazy? Do you suppose I would want to humbug Mr. Manders? No. No, Mr. Manders has always been too kind a friend for me to do that. But what I wanted to talk to you about was my going back home tonight. Regina. The sooner you go, the better I shall be pleased. Engstrand. Yes. Only I want to take you with me. Regina. Regina, open-mouthed. You want to take me? What did you say? Engstrand. I want to take you home with me, I said. Regina, contemptuously. You will never get me home with you. Engstrand. We shall see about that. Regina. Yes. You can be quite certain we shall see about that. I, who have been brought up by a lady like Mrs. Alving. I, who have been treated almost as if I were her own child. Do you suppose I am going home with you? To such a house as yours? Not likely. Engstrand. What the devil do you mean? Are you setting yourself up against your father, you hussy? Regina mutters, without looking at him. You have often told me I was none of yours. Engstrand. Bah. Why do you want to pay any attention to that? Regina. Haven't you many and many a time abused me and called me a... For shame? Engstrand. I'll swear I never used such an ugly word. Regina. Oh. It doesn't matter what word you used. Engstrand. Besides, that was only when I was a bit fuddled. Temptations are manifold in this world. Regina. Regina. Ugh. Engstrand. And it was when your mother was in a nasty temper. I had to find some way of getting my knife into her. My girl. She was always so precious Gentile. Mimicking her. Let go. Jacob. Let me be. Please to remember that I was 3 years with the Alvings at Rosenwald, and they were people who went to court. Laughs. Bless my soul. She never could forget that Captain Alving got a court appointment while she was in service here. Regina. Poor mother, you worried her into her grave pretty soon. Engstrand, shrugging his shoulders. Of course. Of course. I have got to take the blame for everything. Regina, beneath her breath, as she turns away. Ugh, that leg. 2. Engstrand. What are you saying, my girl? Regina. Pied de mouton. Engstrand. Is that English? Regina. Yes. Engstrand. You have had a good education out here. And no mistake. And it may stand you in good stead now. Regina. Regina, after a short silence. And what was it you wanted me to come to town for? Engstrand. Need you ask why a father wants his only child? Ain't I a poor lonely widower? Regina. Oh. Don't come to me with that tale. Why do you want me to go? Engstrand. Well, I must tell you I am thinking of taking up a new line now. Regina whistles. You have tried that so often, but it has always proved a fool's errand. Engstrand. Ah. But this time you will just see. Regina. Strike me dead if. Regina, stamping her foot. Stop swearing. Engstrand. Sh. You're quite right, my girl. Quite right. What I wanted to say was only this, that I have put by a tidy penny out of what I have made by working at this new orphanage up here. Regina. Have you? All the better for you. Engstrand. What is there for a man to spend his money on, out here in the country? Regina. Well, what then? Engstrand. Well, you see, I thought of putting the money into something that would pay. I thought of some kind of an eating house for seafaring folk. Regina. Heavens. Engstrand. Oh. A high-class eating house. Of course not a pigsty for common sailors. Damn it. No. It would be a place ship's captains and first mates would come to. Really good sort of people. You know. Regina. And what should I? Engstrand. You would help there. But only to make show. You know. You wouldn't find it hard work. I can promise you. My girl. You should do exactly as you liked. Regina. Oh. Yes. Quite so. Engstrand. But we must have some women in the house. That is as clear as daylight. Because in the evening we must make the place a little attractive. Some singing and dancing. And that sort of thing. Remember, they are sea folk, wayfarers on the waters of life. Coming nearer to her. Now don't be a fool and stand in your own way. Regina. What good are you going to do here? Will this education, that your mistress has paid for, be of any use? You are to look after the children in the new home. I hear. Is that the sort of work for you? Are you so frightfully anxious to go, and wear out your health and strength for the sake of these dirty brats? Regina. No. If things were to go as I want them to, then. Well. It may happen. Who knows? It may happen. Engstrand. What may happen? Regina. Never you mind. Is it much that you have put by? Up here? Engstrand. Taking it all round, I should say about 40 or 50 pounds. Regina. That's not so bad. Engstrand. It's enough to make a start with. My girl. Regina. Don't you mean to give me any of the money? Engstrand. No. I'm hanged if I do. Regina. Don't you mean to send me as much as a dress length of stuff? Just for once? Engstrand. Come and live in the town with me, and you shall have plenty of dresses. Regina. Pooh. I can get that much for myself. If I have a mind to. Engstrand. But it's far better to have a father's guiding hand. Regina. Just now I can get a nice house in Little Harbor Street. They don't want much money down for it, and we could make it like a sort of seaman's home. Don't you know? Regina. But I have no intention of living with you. I'll have nothing whatever to do with you. So now, be off. Engstrand. You wouldn't be living with me long. My girl. No such luck. Not if you knew how to play your cards. Such a fine wench as you have grown this last year or two. Regina. Well. Engstrand. It wouldn't be very long before some first mate came along. Or perhaps a captain. Regina. I don't mean to marry a man of that sort. Sailors have no savoir-vivre. Engstrand. What haven't they got? Regina. I know what sailors are. I tell you, they aren't the sort of people to marry. Engstrand. Well, don't bother about marrying them. You can make it pay just as well. More confidentially. That fellow the Englishman, the one with the yacht, he gave 70 pounds. He did. And she wasn't a bit prettier than you. Regina, advancing towards him. Get out. Engstrand, stepping back. Here. You're not going to hit me, I suppose? Regina. Yes. If you talk like that of mother, I will hit you. Get out. I tell you. Pushes him up to the garden door. And don't bang the doors. Young Mr. Alving. Engstrand. Is asleep, I know. It's funny how anxious you are about young Mr. Alving. In a lower tone. Oh. Is it possible that it is he that? Regina. Get out. And be quick about it. Your wits are wandering. My good man. No. Don't go that way. Mr. Manders is just coming along. Be off down the kitchen stairs. Engstrand, moving towards the right. Yes, all right. But have a bit of a chat with him that's coming along. He's the chap to tell you what a child owes to its father. For I am your father. Anyway, you know, I can prove it by the register. He goes out through the farther door which Regina has opened. She shuts it after him, looks hastily at herself in the mirror, fans herself with her handkerchief and sets her collar straight, then busies herself with the flowers. Manders enters the conservatory through the garden door. He wears an overcoat, carries an umbrella, and has a small traveling bag slung over his shoulder on a strap. Manders. Good morning, Miss Engstrand. Regina, turning round with a look of pleased surprise. Oh. Mr. Manders. Good morning. The boat is in. Then? Manders. Just in. Comes into the room. It is most tiresome. This rain every day. Regina, following him in. It's a splendid rain for the farmers. Mr. Manders. Manders. Yes. You're quite right. We townfolk think so little about that. Begins to take off his overcoat. Regina. Oh. Let me help you. That's it. Why? How wet it is. I will hang it up in the hall. Give me your umbrella. 2. I will leave it open, so that it will dry. She goes out with the things by the farther door on the right. Manders lays his bag and his hat down on a chair. Regina re-enters. Manders. Ah. It's very pleasant to get indoors. Well, is everything going on well here? Regina. Yes. Thanks. Manders. Properly busy. Though, I expect, getting ready for tomorrow? Regina. Oh. Yes. There's plenty to do. Manders. And Mrs. Alving is at home, I hope? Regina. Yes. She is. She has just gone upstairs to take the young master his chocolate. Manders. Tell me, I heard down at the pier that Oswald had come back. Regina. Yes. He came the day before yesterday. We didn't expect him until today.